The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
It's the Local Show with Tom and Steve, barking right back into the show. It's dog time, Steve, for us.
It is dog time. Well, I don't know. We talked about this a week or two ago. The snow melts in the backyard, and then there's surprises waiting for you, freshly thought out.
We'll have to ask Dave if he knows anybody in that world. We're going to have a nice conversation with Dave Wilbert right now. He's the owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. How are you, Dave?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Well, it's good. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Is it true dogs are nicer than people?
Some.
Okay, just check it
out. Depends. If they've gone through his training program, they're nice.
Then they do what they're supposed to do.
Steve was referring to, I have 2 dogs in the backyard, and they get the run of it because I have them on the Syracuse dog fence.
Sure.
And that's great and all, but when the snow melted, oh my goodness. And I guess it's not good for the lawn, they tell me.
So not fertilizer.
Yeah. You don't know anybody in that business that comes and can vacuum the whole lawn.
I don't. I employ my daughter.
So that's good, right? Yes.
Tom, have some more kids.
Yeah, no, I should tell my son that's his duty. You're on doggy duty.
Yeah. You know what? Don't do that. Tell Kelly it's her job.
Yeah, right.
That'll fly well.
Wowee. So, Dave, you have an interesting background. We've talked to Dave Wilbert before. Not only do you have a great business right now that a lot of people have taken advantage of, but let them know where you came from. What did you start off doing?
Yeah, I started as an attorney. And so that really the clearest path to dog training is
right. And you weren't just an attorney.
No, I did patent law.
Yeah, which is rare and
painfully awfully boring.
Yeah. It was.
I don't know.
But I'll tell you what, patent attorneys start off at $500,000 a year. I don't know why.
Yeah, they don't get bit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I was practicing law in Colorado. This is home for me. And I was getting pretty bored, and I had a dog, Maddie, that she had a lot of behavioral problems.
Right.
And a colleague of mine at the time said, "Hey, go talk to Anthony. I really think he can help you out," and fell in love with it. And I told my wife, "Hey, this is really what I want to do." And God bless her, she said, "Yeah, that seems like a great idea."
Courageous.
Yeah.
And your wife said this is a good idea.
Yeah. She had faith in me, I guess.
I mean, she's married an attorney. Sure. It's like I married an attorney.
Right. She's bragging to her friends and everything.
Forget that law stuff. I'm going to go train dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was a hard conversation with, my wife, my parents,
Were you part of the Sit Means Sit family originally, or did you try to do it on your own, or how did you do it?
No, I jumped right in with Sit Means Sit. And so, because we're part of a national franchise.
Correct.
And so Anthony is the owner of Denver's location.
Gotcha.
So that's how I got into Sit Means Sit as a client first. And then, like I say, fell in love with it. And
how many years have you been here in the Cicero area?
We're in our 14th year.
Okay, wow,
so,
that's a long time.
It is.
Great track record.
Yeah.
Most people fail within the first 5 minutes.
It's been a great
I think
business.
that's a statistic.
Any idea how many dogs you've worked with, if you were to do the math?
Oh, man.
Certainly thousands, right?
Oh, easily. Right now, the last, I'm going to say 5-ish years, we're averaging like 800 a year.
Okay.
So
good.
Extrapolate that out,
I see somebody walking a dog, and our lab is well trained, and I see, and the dog is walking them. I'm like, they're doing it wrong. but if they don't know,
right,
they don't know,
You don't know.
The dog takes them for a walk
for sure,
which doesn't happen with Storm.
On the topic of walking a dog, should a dog be in front of you, behind you, and how far off to the side of you?
I know the answer.
Go ahead.
It should not be ahead of you. It should be next to you. It should be submissive to you. It should be looking at you. It should take the cues. And even with our dog, when I walk up the stairs, I walk slow. I'll stop because I want him to stop.
So here's a bigger question.
Yeah.
Am I interviewing you as the dog expert or him as the dog expert?
Well, certainly I know nothing. So
it's great that you know that. But
so how far should the dog be ahead?
So I have two, I'll call them two walks for my dogs. Okay. One is heel, which is exactly what you're talking about. The dog's right next to me, not veering off. I also, and you can call this whatever you want, but I have a command that's called with me. Okay. So with me gives my dogs quite a bit of freedom. You know, they can get around, they can sniff around, they can be a dog. Assuming they were on a leash, which mine are never on a leash, but assuming they were on a leash, with me would just say, you can't pull on the leash. So however much leash I'm going to give you, you can't pull on the leash. And so I see value in both types of walks, right? I see value in dogs being able to sniff around and be a dog, but I also see value in the dog staying right at my side. So if I was walking in my neighborhood, they might be 20 feet away from me, sniffing around, being a dog. If I see a dog, car, or person, they all have to come right back to me.
So how is that? How do you train a dog not to lose their mind when they see another dog?
How is that?
Sure. A lot of it is building self-control in general, right? And so that's really where it comes down to is dogs have impulses. They act on the impulse. We want to start to teach them how to control their energy.
How do you do it?
So for us, you know, we specialize in remote collars, right? And so the idea behind a remote collar for us is a tap on the shoulder that says, hey, pay attention to me. Don't worry about that thing. That thing could be another dog, could be that squirrel, could be a person. But ultimately, we want to be able to regain focus, and then you can reward them for that focus, right? So dogs need to understand when they're doing something appropriately. And so for sure you can give them that reward. A lot of times it's just a pet. It could be a treat or whatever, a toy. But ultimately we want to be able to get their focus.
So you have a free consultation, and I took advantage of that with our puppy Luna. And I was so impressed that it almost made me feel defeated. Like, there's no way that this dog is ever going to act like the dogs he trains.
Well, you are defeated.
Yeah, I was defeated. But what's the name of your dog that you showed me? Cayenne. So he brings in Cayenne. And Cayenne, well, first, is a she?
Yep.
So she started off by making us an omelet and some eggs and bacon.
Right.
That's how well trained the dog is.
So he was flaunting his dog is what he was doing.
She made us some breakfast, and then he said, go sit in the corner, and she did. But anything that you asked that dog to do, it was like even with a look or a single command, you didn't have to raise your voice.
Nope.
You didn't have to yell. How do you do that?
You know, again, a lot of it is having a great relationship with a dog, right? And so making sure that they understand, you know, you're their person, right? And that person doesn't have to be one person, meaning my daughter can get the same control of Cayenne that I can, right? Really? But it's providing structure to the dog, and that's where I think a lot of people fail is it's love, and no structure on the back end of things.
Right.
And so, you know, furniture is a good example of this. A lot of people think, oh, the dogs can never get on your furniture. I couldn't care less, you know, meaning if you want your dogs on the furniture, let them on the furniture, right? That doesn't mean that they don't have to listen to you. My dogs are allowed on my furniture, but if you guys came to my house, they wouldn't be on the furniture. They'd be on their dog bed.
No
right?
kidding.
So you can change those rules as you see fit.
So okay, you're the dog trainer, you're the guy, your dog, you can does anything you want. Is that realistic for the average person that says, hey, I want to train my dog? Or are you something super special?
No. I mean, yeah, she knows a lot of tricks and a lot of dumb things, but as far as the focus and the self-control, that's realistic for every client.
How long does it take?
So our best program that we offer is our day train program, and it's 3 weeks. So it's 1 day a week for 3 weeks.
And the dog will make you breakfast like
just
that?
one day.
Breakfast, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then after that point, you can attend the group lessons?
Sure. Yeah. Yep. So they get lifetime private lessons and group classes after that third full day.
An obedient dog is more fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Okay. So 437-3647. If you've got a beast that is a beast and you want it to be a buddy and subservient, sounds like that's a good number to call. 437-3647. Sit means sit.com. Sit means sit.com. David, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.